Level 0. Yes, this is you, the one currently trying to sell your old phone on a marketplace, and for the 5th time replying to the message, "I'll take it today for half the price." We all sell something every day. Our time, our skills, or our ideas. But selling physical goods is the oldest trade in human history, which has evolved into the most aggressive and highly paid psychological game on the planet. With every new zero on the price tag, it's not just the product that changes. It changes how you speak, how you dress, and how sophisticatedly you manipulate another person's ego. The sales industry does not forgive weakness. Here, you are either a predator closing deals, or a prey struggling to meet a quota. Fasten your seatbelt. We are starting our journey from garage sales and rejections to the level of people who sell entire fleets of airplanes to entire nations. Level 1. The amateur reseller, the flipper. Your career begins with selling old junk from your garage, or flipping sneakers on eBay. Financially, you earn pennies. $50 or $100 of pure profit per deal. Sensorily, your life is logistical chaos. You photograph items in bad lighting on your bedroom floor, spend hours wrapping packages in bubble wrap, and stand in long lines at the post office. Your main problem is scammers and unreasonable buyers demanding refunds for a single scratch. To society, you are invisible. Just another username on the internet. But your social value is ecology and the circular economy. You give things a second life. If you were offered to buy a rare painting at a flea market for $10 from an old lady who didn't know its value and resell it for $10,000, would you honestly tell her the truth? Or silently take the jackpot? Immersion detail. The first item ever sold on the eBay auction in 1995 was a broken laser pointer. From online, we move to the physical sales floor. Level 2. Retail associate. Your job is to sell mass market goods, clothes, phones, or TVs. In large chain stores, your salary is fixed, around $15 to $20 an hour. There are almost no commissions here. Sensorily, it's physical torture. You spend 10 straight hours on your feet under buzzing fluorescent lights. Your brain atrophies from repeating the same scripted phrase. "Can I help you find your size?" Your main problem is an absolute lack of rights. You have to politely smile at scandalous customers, Karens screaming at you over an expired coupon. In the eyes of buyers, you are service staff, a biological robot meant to find the right box in the warehouse. But your real value is the foundation of multi-billion-dollar corporations. Without you, the stores would simply halt. Knowing that your boss would fire you for being rude to a client, would you endure public insults from a buyer? Or throw your name tag at them and walk away with your head held high? Historical nuance, barcodes, without which retail today is unimaginable, were invented in Level 3. Direct sales door-to-door. You switch to pure commission. You sell solar panels, vacuum cleaners, or insurance, knocking on strangers' doors. If you sell nothing, you earn nothing. But successful agents make upwards of $80,000 a year. Sensorily, it's an absolute meat grinder for yourself. Your reality is the sound of a door slamming in your face, dogs barking, and shouts of "get off my lawn." Your brain works like radar. You have exactly 3 seconds to hook the attention of the person opening the door. Your main battle is overcoming the fear of rejection. 99 people will say no, so that one says yes. To society, you are an annoying fly, a spammer in real life. But your value is that you move complex, unpopular products that people would never actively seek out themselves. If you knew a grandmother absolutely didn't need a $3,000 vacuum, but it was your last sale to hit a bonus, would you pressure her with psychological triggers, or walk away? And the harsh statistic is this: the turnover rate in this field during the first year reaches 80%. From knocking on doors, we move to the art of big checks. Level 4. The car salesman. Your price tags grow. You are selling items worth $30,000 to $50,000. Your salary is built on commissions and can reach $100,000 to $120,000 a year for top sellers. Sensorily, you work in a gleaming showroom, smelling of new plastic and rubber. You no longer look for clients. They come to you. But now, the poker game begins. Your main problem is fighting for profit margins. You scan the client's watch, shoes, and posture to figure out how much credit burden they can shoulder. You manipulate the fear of missing out. This car is being taken in an hour. Are you sure you don't want to leave a deposit? In the eyes of society, you are a stereotypical swindler who shouldn't be trusted. But your social role is the engine of the largest manufacturing industry in the world, the auto industry. If you knew a used car had a faulty transmission, would you honestly tell a young kid buying his first car, risking the deal? Few people know this, but the famous new car smell is the result of off-gassing from fresh glue and paint. Level 5. Luxury boutique. associate. You sell $20,000 Birkin bags or Rolex watches. Your income is $150,000 and up, plus access to exclusive circles. Sensorily, you are in the sterile silence of Fifth Avenue boutiques. You don't wear a name tag. You are dressed in a suit that costs more than the level 2 cashier's monthly salary. You are forbidden to push products. Your main task is gatekeeping. You artificially create scarcity, forcing wealthy people to sign up on wait lists to give you their money. From the outside, it looks like you just serve champagne to millionaires, but your real value is selling status and exclusivity, without which luxury loses its meaning. Knowing that a bag costing $200 to make is sold for $15,000 purely because of the logo. Could you keep a straight face while convincing a client of its unique historical value? Immersion detail. Hermes officially does not sell Birkin bags to random people. Clients must spend years building a history. By the way, while we pack the watch in a velvet box, it's time for an important maneuver. The YouTube algorithm works like a capricious millionaire. It leaves a store where no one talks to it. If you don't leave a comment and hit subscribe, the system just writes us off, and we won't see each other again. Hit the subscribe button right now, invest in our channel, and write in the comments. Could you sell people things they objectively don't need for a massive commission? And we move into the league of giant corporate contracts. Level 6. Enterprise B2B sales, medical rep. You no longer sell products to individuals. You sell MRI machines to hospitals or giant servers to corporations. Your salary with bonuses easily breaks $250,000 to $300,000. Sensorily, you live in airports and hotels. You give presentations in boardrooms, dining with chief medical officers and purchasing directors. Your main problem is the sales cycle. Selling one machine can take a year and a half of bureaucracy. Society doesn't even know you exist. You are invisible to the streets, but your social value is colossal. Your deals determine what equipment will save lives. If your competitor offered a hospital a slightly worse machine but promised the director a personal kickback, would you report him to the authorities or just accept the lost deal? Few people know this, but in B2B sales, there is an 8-touch rule for closing major contracts. Level 7. Elite Mega Asset Broker. You sell physical toys for billionaires, super yachts, and Gulfstream private jets. You don't get a salary, but the commission from one mega yacht makes you a millionaire in a single day. Sensorily, you are at yacht shows in Monaco or in closed hangars in Geneva. You can't use sales scripts. Your clients are the smartest and most paranoid predators of capitalism. Your main battle is jurisprudence. Selling a yacht is a war of tax lawyers and offshore accounts. In the eyes of the public, you are a parasite serving the whims of all, but your economic value is the redistribution of massive capital that would otherwise sit as dead weight in banks. If someone from a sanctions list approached you with a suitcase of cash, wanting to buy a jet through a shell company, would you close the deal of the century, risking prison, or refuse? Historical fact: the Supiak industry is so specific that brokers use special closed software, a kind of dark web for billionaires, where yachts are listed for sale anonymously without publishing the real names of the owners. Level 8. Aerospace and Defense Sales Director. This is the absolute peak. The summit of physical sales. You don't sell things to people. You sell fleets of commercial Boeings to airlines or squadrons of fighter jets to entire governments. The size of a single deal is between $5 and $50 billion. Sensorily, you are in the closed offices of the Pentagon or the palaces of Middle Eastern sheiks. Your sell changes the geopolitics of the entire planet. You don't negotiate for discounts, but for terms. Whether your company will commit to building a factory in the buyer's country in exchange for purchasing 100 fighter jets. Your main problem is corporate espionage and geopolitical crises capable of canceling the deal of the decade in one day. Society sees you as a merchant of death or a shadow cardinal, but your real value is ensuring the global balance of power and keeping factories running for 30 years ahead. Knowing that selling a batch of missile defense systems to an unstable country will bring your company billions and save thousands of jobs at home, but might spark a local conflict. Would you sign the contract? Immersion detail. The largest commercial physical goods sale in human history took place in 2023, when Indian Air India ordered 470 new planes from Boeing and Airbus, all at once. The deal is valued at $70 billion. Author's brief. You just walked the path, from selling old sneakers at a flea market to signing billion-dollar contracts that change the balance of power on the planet. This industry teaches us one main thing. Any sale, whether it's a phone case or a squadron of bombers, is built on one fundamental rule. You must sell a solution to a client's pain, not the product itself. And now a few facts so you never look at store windows the same way again. A famous rule in sales psychology states, People make a purchasing decision based on emotion, and then simply justify that decision with logic. The best-selling physical product model in history is the Rubik's Cube. Since its invention, over 450 million units have been sold. The first cash register in history was invented by James Ritty in 1879. And he didn't do it for the convenience of customers, but solely to stop his own bartenders from stealing. And remember, if you think nothing was sold to you today, most likely, you just didn't notice how masterfully it was done.